Zanist Copperbelt Province brings to you The Lens, a program designed to bring insightful information on economics, mining, education, health, tourism, agriculture, environmental issues, sports, entertainment, current affairs, and many issues affecting the well-being of society.
Welcome to The Lens from Zanist's Copperbelt Studios, and we are welcoming you into a new month of May 2025. Yes, the year 2025 is down to 5 months already. My goodness me, seems to be cruising rather fast. And this week we are zooming into Chifubu constituency in Ndola. Well, so much is going on there, and we thought it wise that this time around we get an update. If you remember, sometime last year we featured the Honorable Member of Parliament in studio at the time when a number of projects were under construction, and we were getting to understand the dynamics of his constituency. Well, he's back with us this year, and we will zoom into his constituency. Honorable Lloyd Lubosha is my guest. Welcome to The Lens.
Thank you so much, Zanist, for giving the people of Chifubu this platform so that we'll be able to interact within the constituents and outside the boundaries of our constituency.
Indeed, Honorable, there's been quite a lot that's happened from the last time that you were here. If you recall, a number of projects back then were still under construction. Talk of Kanyanje, when we look at clinics, talk of the secondary school in Chipulukusu, and then when we move on to Mitengo Police Post, that was incomplete. Perhaps you could quickly take us around what's transpired from the last time that we had the program, when we look at CDF's impact, infrastructure impact, because we'll look at various sectors of CDF and how it's been implemented in your constituency. Let's start off with infrastructure. How are we doing from the last time that you were here?
Thank you so much. Indeed, it has been a milestone from the last time I was here, and we have made tremendous improvement, I'm sure, in the last 6 months. Projects that were still in their infancy, today they are almost reached the completion point. Kanyanje has been completed by the contractor, and it has been handed over to council, and it is ready for commissioning. Mtambala, a maternity wing, has also been completed. There has been a tremendous improvement as well on our central government sponsored project, which is the new Minsundu Secondary School. We are almost at roof level, because the last time we did was at foundation level, I think, when we met. So we are at roof level, and we are just waiting for the next funding stage. Once funded, I'm sure we should be also be completing. And we have also done the paving of Chisankano road, a ring road around the market, which has even been commissioned. It was commissioned, I think, last week by the Honorable Minister for Copperbelt, Honorable Elisha Matambo, who came through, and he really appreciated the quality of work that has been done around the market. Chifubu Local Court finally completed, and it has been upgraded now to the Chifubu Subordinate Court. And it was also commissioned. His Lordship, the Chief Justice, State Council, Dr. Mumba Malila, was in the constituency, who graced the occasion, and the project has been commissioned and providing service to our people in the constituency.
Now, on the aspect of upgrading a local court, to a magistrate's court annex. This is the first time we are hearing about this. Perhaps make us understand how this came about.
Thank you so much. Constitutionally, we are supposed to have one subordinate court per district. When we did the construction of this courtroom at Chifubu local court, we had 2 courtrooms. Now, considering the number of cases currently being handled at the courts, the complex, there were very few. Indeed, when the Chief Justice last visited Copperbelt, we requested him to visit our constituents and look at the facility we had constructed. And indeed, he liked the quality, he liked the structure, and he requested us to make some improvements and additions that needed to be made, such as the holding cells, and also improve on 1 or 2 things, which we quickly moved in and improved and constructed the holding cells. When a final inspection was done, it was agreeable that they needed to upgrade it to a magistrate court. That's why it is being called Chifubu Subordinate Court Annex, meaning that we are a subset of the main subordinate court that is based in the CBD here. So we are part. And this is happening surely for the first time in the whole country, to have an annexed subordinate court far from the mother court. This was facilitated by His Lordship, the Chief Justice, in order to speed up the cases and reduce congestions at the main subordinate court here in town.
Well, while we're still looking at the very same structure, before we touch other projects that are nearly commissioned or have been commissioned, this very court beforehand, we saw some very, very hurtful, disturbing scenes of the building that was there before, which brings me on to the aspect of, are the people of Chifubu looking after infrastructure that's coming to them, considering the fact that we saw the previous court, local courts, burnt down to ashes?
Yes, indeed the issue of security is quite cardinal and very significant. In fact, even the time we were commissioning the magistrate court in Chifubu, my office lobbied through the office of the Chief Justice that they needed to give us some people to safeguard this facility, which was agreeable, and indeed it has been expedited, and the security men have been brought on site and the place is secured. Also, previously, the area was not secured with a boundary offense, to which we have put a boundary offense, which will be completed very soon. We just need to put up a gate and then it is complete. So, in terms of security, we have security men who have come on board. We've put a boundary offense to which we are comfortable and confident that the facility will be secured.
Interestingly, now let's move on to other infrastructure within the constituency. Our mothers and other young people engaged in various businesses for long have had challenges with which is coming out of the races. Infrastructure within the markets. Pamozi was one of the areas. I think even Kawama was one of the areas. How far are we with infrastructure in marketplaces, and how are we doing so far?
We have moved a step ahead, because when you come to Chifubu constituency, we don't have industries there. And mainly trading is our mainstay as a constituency. So most of our people are involved in trading activities within the constituency. Hence, construction of market, shelters, and of course, complexes would help our people enhance their business activities. So far, in the last 3.5 years, we have constructed about 3 market shelters. One of them is at Tambalale Market, where we have actually done 2 there. We have done a chapel shelter, and we have also done a market shelter. We have also moved to Kawama Pine Grove, where we have constructed another market shelter, and we have also done another market shelter in Pamozi Ward. So this is to supplement to the efforts of the council. Particularly, council has been grappling with the challenge of moving people from the streets, and people have been challenging the council to say, you don't have where to take us when you remove us from the street. We are saying Chifubu constituency has enough rooms. Just like Jesus said, in my Father's house there are so many rooms. I should be saying we have so many rooms in Chifubu constituency, trading rooms. We have constructed Tambalale Market Shelter, Tambalale Chapel Shelter, Pine Grove Market Shelter, and indeed Kawama Habitant Market Shelter, to which we are now giving them the last bonus, which is Kanyanje Market Shelter in the 2025 CDF. We have expanded on these trading places in order to enhance trade for our people and engage our people to move from the street to go to more decent trading places within the constituency. This clearly indicates that we want to accord our people better trading and befitting places. Once again, credit is going to His Excellency the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, who has increased the CDF. That has been our major driver for financing most of the projects in the constituency.
Now, we're still on infrastructure, the health sector. How are we doing from the last time we met here when it comes to access to Chifubu Level 1 hospital? I think the last time we were here, you highlighted the fact that there'll be a road cutting through Kawama Cemetery that, will cut down travel time, seeing that at the moment you've got to go around through part of Kawama into Pamozi SGC and then connect onto Mwanawasa Road. How far are we with regards connecting the people of Chifubu to Chifubu Level 1 hospital?
Thank you so much. In fact, good news over the road in question, the one that passes through the Kawama Cemetery. Once again, we want to thank His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, who has given us 10 kilometers of tarmac roads in Chifubu constituency as the offcut from the Ndola Lusaka dual carriageway. And among the roads that have been picked and earmarked to be worked on and upgraded to bituminous standard is the same road that passes through the Kawama Cemetery to Chifubu Level 1. So to our people in Chifubu constituency, once again, we are saying thank you to His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for the good gesture he has done to the people of Chifubu constituency by giving us the opportunity to upgrade this highly needed road in our time to access the quality health services from our newly constructed Chifubu Level 1 hospital that will soon be upgraded to bituminous standard. But in the meantime, before the contractor moves on site, we are currently maintaining that one as part of the feeder road just to make it possible to allow our people access the services from the Chifubu Level 1 hospital.
Right. You've mentioned 10 kilometers. Our people are curious to know which other roads have been selected under the 10 kilometers that have been given to your constituency.
Thank you so much. To those who are familiar with our constituency, we have the road starting from Kapindula Bridge up to Ndola Mfira Road is also earmarked to be upgraded to bituminous standard. The other road that is on the list of upgrading is the Lumumba Road. The road that starts from Chapasuka building, passing through St. Bonaventure up to Mwarumbeni. That also is part of the roads to be upgraded. The other road is, if you are coming from Tambala Clinic, you cross the stream, Kansenshi stream. Immediately you cross the bridge before St. Monica Primary School. There is a road that links to the left, that links the road coming from New Apostolic Church. The Namunwa Road is also earmarked to upgrade it to bituminous standard. Then the other road we are working on is from Kawama Clinic, going up to Pine Grove, where we have built a new market shelter, linking up to Chifubu Level 1 is another road that has been marked for upgrading to bituminous standard. So these are some of the roads that will accommodate a 10-kilometer earmarked for Chifubu constituency. So we are indeed grateful to His Excellency for the for this gesture.
Indeed. Well, you are watching The Lens, coming to you from Zanis Copperbelt Studios. We've zoomed into Chifubu constituency. We've been looking at various infrastructure projects, some funded under CDF, and of course there are others that have other financing, like you've heard with regards the upgrade of roads in the constituency, which is good news. And remember, for those of you that are joining us, feel free to interact with us. We're on Facebook as well. Drop your comments right below there so that, you can interact with the Honorable Member of Parliament for Chifubu, that's Honorable Lloyd Lubosha. Now, Honorable, let's shift our attention back to CDF and another important aspect of business, which many of the people would want to understand how CDF has changed the lives of residents of Chifubu when it comes to loans and grants. How are we doing in that area?
Once again, CDF is a presidential flagship program that has continued to make great transformative impact on the lives of many by one, enhancing our infrastructure development in the constituents, just like we have gone through some of the projects that are dotted around the constituents that have been done under CDF. CDF has also continued to empower skills development into our youths. CDF is also financing businesses for our youths, women, and the community in general. So here we have the empowerment, segment in the CDF, which is divided in two categories. Category number 1 are CDF loans, and category number 2 are grants. Loans, usually those who get, they are supposed to pay back. Grants, they are given to people for free, just to empower them, improve their businesses and their lives as well, and they don't need to pay back. So, as Chifubu constituents, we have also made positive strides in this segment by also empowering a lot of youths. Like for this year, 2025, we have about 125 cooperatives that are currently benefiting from the grants. And for the loans, it was halted because of the presidential directive that was given to say they were revisiting the segment of the loans, to which we are yet to be told if we will disperse the loans this year or maybe we may not. But otherwise, on the grants, we have 125. Last year, we also gave over 100 cooperatives that benefited loans. We had over 100, we had over 50, 70 also beneficiaries that came from the loan. On the segment number 2, we also have the skills development. Under skills development, we have sent a lot of youths to various training institutions, NOTEC, we have driving schools, we also have Livingstone Trade, we have Luansha Trades, we have sponsored a lot of them. We have also Copperstone University, we also have our students who are going there. We also have Twikatane, we have sent our people there for carpentry, for tailoring. So there are a number of youths, over maybe 600-700 have been sent for skills training in various institutions.
Now, looking at all this coming on, what should the people of your constituency do in order to have access to grants? I believe advertisements for the next ones have already been posted by the respective councils. How well aware are your people of the process and what they should do, especially when it comes to the aspect of loans where concerns have been raised, because people seem not to understand the component of paying back, but believe that it should be money that they could just use for their pleasure. So how would you react?
Thank you so much. Government has done its best. Number one, to sensitize the people. Before the loans, grants are dispersed, usually we do pre-training for our people who have been selected as beneficiaries on how they are going to use the money, to prepare their mindset, particularly on the loans, that the money they are obtaining and collecting today is not a gift, but it's money they need to pay back, because the loan component in the CDF was created as a revolving fund. People need to get and pay back so that money will again hit back the account, so that we can also give other beneficiaries who have not benefited. But indeed, it has been unfortunate because of the long embedded mindset in our people who believe that once government empower people, they are empowered for free, they don't need to pay back. So it has been a challenge. The repayment rate has been very low. Hence the reasons why government wanted to halt the disbursement of the loans, because most of the people were not paying, so that maybe we can embark on the process of ensuring that we recover part of the monies that have been disbursed to the people, so that they can come back in the coffers to help others. So this has been a challenge. So to our people, once again, we are watching this program, it is indeed important that you must understand and appreciate that this is the money that you need to pay back. Once you get it within the specified period and time frame, you need to pay back, so that we can also empower others.
You are watching The Lens, coming to you from Zanis Copper Belt, and we've zoomed in to Chifubu constituency. A lot is going on infrastructure-wise and in many other sectors as well. And like I said earlier, if you've got any comments, remember, follow the Zanis page on Facebook and also on YouTube. You will find us on YouTube, where you can play back and rewatch at any time that you are available to watch. That's the good thing about technology now, so you don't get to miss out on anything. And of course, you will also be able to interact with us by commenting right below, for those of you joining us via social media. Now, Honorable, looking at what has happened so far, you've looked at the last 3.5 years that you've been in office. What would you say feels different right now, and what would you promise the people out there with regards what they can expect looking into 2026, knowing that we are having elections in 2026. So what is it that you could point out and look out for and present that over to your people right now?
Thank you so much. I've lived in Chifubu constituency for over 50 years now. So to me, indeed, I am saying this is the unique era in the life of our constituency. We have had the national administration come and go, the unique MMD and PF. These different national administrations came and went. We never saw any transformative impact on the community that was created than it has been created in the last days of our in the current days of the UPND, because the enhancement of the CDF has equitably distributed development to all the 156 constituencies. Because where we are coming from, we had constituencies that could stay the whole 5 years. They have never seen even a single toilet or a shelter or a road being done. But today, every constituency has constructed a 1x3 classroom block. They have done a police post. They have done maybe a road. They have done a market shelter. This indeed is a brilliant idea by His Excellency to mop up the money in Lusaka and bring the resources to the owners of the money at constituents and lower level, so that the people can make their own decision to transform their own constituencies, and this national cake is being shared equitably. I think this is the best model of developing the country ever, and it should not be abandoned. We are encouraging every administration that will come even in 50 years that they should embark on this developmental journey, because it's the most equitable method of developing the country, because each constituency has a share in the national cake, as opposed to the previous models that were used to develop the country. So we are really grateful as the people of Chifubu constituency. Yes, money is being sent to various constituencies, but other constituencies, depending on the type of leadership that is in that particular constituency, they have failed to use this money to the expectation of the people and to the betterment of the development in those constituencies. But for Chifubu constituency, I want to brag on this platform that we are the best constituents in terms of development, implementation, and utilization of CDF across the country. On the Copper Belt, I should be saying we are number one. Maybe at national level, we could come 1 or 2 if there are any other constituents that would have done better than us. But at the moment, I've always said the Chifubu constituency is currently in the Developmental Champions League. And if possible, we should be the reigning champions.
Now, just on that, quality of projects, I think I left this one out. When we look at police posts, which we are running in the background, what you are seeing, viewers, happens to be the new Mitengo police post that will be commissioned soon. That's what you should be watching in the background. Looking at the size, we're looking at the size of the police posts that you've built so far. Why is it that most of the projects that are in your constituency seem to be quite bigger than what they sound like?
We want the best for our people in the constituency. This is a matter of choice. It depends on the team you have, the WDC, the CDFC, and of course the Member of Parliament, because we are the people who decide what we want for the community. And indeed, when you are given an opportunity to choose the best. Our colleagues have been choosing small sizes of police posts. When you go to council, there are different sizes of police posts. There is type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. We have been going for type 3 and type 4, and these are the best. If you go to Chifubu Market, you look at Muntungwa police post. It's a big police post. When you look at it, some people have been saying it qualifies to be a police station. You go to Mitengo, it's bigger than even Muntungwa, because that's now type 4. And again, people have been saying it needs to be a police station. So what we are doing is gone are the days when we were constructing time and small things with the hope that we will build. The members are the same. So when you are given an opportunity to do something, do the best. Don't go for the worst. We have always been doing the best, and we are improving on quality. Come to Chifubu constituency. 2 days ago, the Honorable Minister of Local Government, Honorable Gift Sialuwala, visited the 4 constituencies. He was shocked and mesmerized by what he saw in Chifubu constituency. In line with what you have described, he was shocked to find that what we have done in Chifubu constituency is different from what other constituencies have done. We have always opted for the best and qualitable projects that we are doing in Chifubu constituency.
All right. Well, we are taking a short break as we continue with the lens, coming to you from Zanis on the Copper Belt to the rest of the nation. And of course, like I will always remind you, keep liking the Zambia News and Information Services page on Facebook, and also join us on YouTube as well, so that you catch up on all episodes of some of your favorite shows, including The Lens that comes to you every Thursday and Friday, or is it every Tuesday? I apologize, every Tuesday and Friday only on Zanis television. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Conversation.
Welcome back to The Lens from Zanis Copper Belt. We have zoomed into Chifubu constituency in Ndola. It's one of the most happening constituencies in Zambia. And yes, with so much, well, you can see for yourself. If you've missed out on what I'm talking about, well, this is on social media as well, Facebook and YouTube. So you can just slide back and watch what you've missed. And yeah, catch up with us so that you are in sync with what we're talking about. We are featuring the Honorable Member of Parliament for Chifubu constituency, that's Honorable Lloyd Lubosha, who's in studio with us. And we've been looking at CDF and, of course, development taking place in Chifubu constituency. Now, Honorable, let's shift our attention to the PPP, form of having to do business when it comes to infrastructure. And your constituency has enjoyed this, I must. One example is the Ndola Muflira Road, which partly crosses your constituency or borders with Ndola Central and Muflira constituency, if I'm right. How is it so far? Progress made so far? We've been seeing quite a lot going on there. Perhaps you could update us on that, and we could pick it up on what else is going on and how this model is working for the people of Chifubu.
Thank you so much. Projects that are done in constituencies are financed using different methods. Number one, we have CDF projects being financed by CDF. We also have projects that are financed by central government. We also have projects that are financed by the local authorities such as councils. And as Chifubu constituents, we also have projects that are currently financed by central government. One of the projects that are financed by central government, we have the Ndola Mufulira Road. We also have the township roads that I was just going through. We also have the Kafulafuta water reticulation system within our project that is also financed by central government. We also have the Misundu Secondary School, which is also financed by central government. So maybe let me take interest in the Ndola Mufulira Road. This is an economic road that starts from Ndola to Mufulira to DRC and into Luapula. So this road is critical, cardinal, and very, very important road that was neglected for a longer period of time. I think it was last worked on during the UNIP administration. And in the last 30, 40 years, there has been more administration that gave a consideration to this road. And indeed, we want to thank His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for giving us a listening here as the people of Chifubu constituents, Ndola Central constituents, Kamfinsa, Kankoyo, and Mufulira Central, because this road passes through these constituencies that I've just listed. So we are really grateful as the 4, 5, 6 constituencies that are currently the beneficiaries of this road, Ndola Mufulira Road. Once again, we want to thank His Excellency, the President, for choosing a different financing model of doing the Ndola Mufulira Road project. Where we have come from, we have seen administration that went out to borrow money from outside to come and do roads. But His Excellency, the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, when he came in, he saw that the country is currently overburdened by the huge debt that is currently choking us. So what he did, he opted for a different financing model, which is called the private-public partnership model, the PPP model. And this model does not need government to release money from the national coffers to finance the project in question. Usually, you find a financer who will do the project, and the financer will reap his money from the project, and later on, after he reaps back his money, he will be able now to hand over the project to government, and that project permanently will be for government. So the PPP model has been a very recent and highly appreciated model across the world that is helping most of the countries to build their infrastructure, because they don't need government to look for money to build infrastructure, but we have to look for investors who can come and do infrastructure. So even on this PPP model, the government has looked for a concessionaire who has come on board to come and do the Ndola Mufulira Road, and you reap his money through the toll plazas that will be put on this road. And after the agreed period, then the road government will later on take over the toll plaza, and then this project will return to government. During this period, the contractor will maintain the road. If the period involved is 10 years, is 20 years, is 15 years, whatever the period involved, during this period, the contractor will keep on maintaining the road, whilst they also reap their money that they invested there. So this has relieved and given relief, surely, to government to embark on other important projects. The money that we could have used to do the Lusaka dual carriageway, the Ndola Mufulira Road, which we could have invested there, has gone maybe to buy medicines, could have gone maybe to employ the teachers, could have gone maybe to do other important projects within the nation. So this model is the best developing model that most of countries are adopting. It is coming with several benefits. What are some of the benefits? Number one, it gives relief to government by not investing huge sums of money into this infrastructure development. Benefit number two, once the contractor comes in site, he employs the local people where that road is passing through. So as Chifubu constituency, we are currently the beneficiary of the PPP model that is being implemented during the construction of the Ndola Mufira Road. And the other benefit that comes with this PPP model, they are also agreeing to work on some of the township roads. Like the township roads that I was talking about, they have come as a result of this PPP model. So there are so many benefits that are currently accruing to the people in the community where that road is passing through.
Now, very interesting there on how this is working for our people. Now, fast forward, this road is done. What are we expecting to see for the people that are living in the outskirts? Kaniki, for instance. There's quite a lot of businesses that I feel may have been affected due to the state of the road. What are we seeing, especially when it calls for growth? I think not too long ago, Ndola City Council had advertised some plots, meaning the area is growing, your constituency is growing towards this area. What are we expecting to see in the next few years once this road?
Indeed, these are additional and supplementary benefits that have come with the construction of this road under the PPP model. We have seen it's not only the road that is being done, but also the border facility. The Sakanya border facility in Chifubu constituency will be constructed at an estimate of about $26 million. That facility will be constructed, and the contractor currently is on site clearing the site. And the coming in and improvement of this road surely has created business growth in my constituency. And we have seen previously we had one maybe truck crossing into Congo, but today we have 200 trucks crossing into Congo and Zambia in a day. So this in itself means there is enhancement of business, and we have started seeing infrastructure development around the road and the border facility that are coming up. So we are saying thank you for enhancing business in Chifubu constituency through the construction of this Ndola Mufira Road. There are a lot of benefits that have come up. Hence the reasons why Ndola City Council has opened up another new residential area called Misaka, where we have about 1,000 of plots that have been created in order to cater for those who want to settle around the border area. So as a result of the anticipated business that is coming from there.
Right, you are watching The Lens, coming to you from Zanis on the Copper Belt. We're still in Chifubu as we keep zooming in. Now let's zoom into one or two concerns that have come through. And one concern, Honorable, is about Chifubu Level 1 Hospital. The concern is with regards power supply to the hospital. I think not much has been done with regards having it not fully, it's fully dependent on ZESCO, I'm meant to believe. And the area, I mean, the hospital is in a residential area, so it does fall under, the rationing of power that we experiencing. What's been done in order to ensure that Chifubu Level 1 Hospital is, given enough power so that it continues to serve the people properly?
Indeed, we faced a challenge the moment the hospital was commissioned by His Excellency the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. That was the time when load shedding started last year. I think should have been in May, June. That's when load shedding actually started. The challenge was that we never anticipated that there would be a drought and we'll be heavily hit with the power deficit as a constituency. So it didn't have an isolated line that was running from the power station straight to the facility. So it was connected from the community lines. And this has affected the hospital because it means if it was to be given 24 hours supply, it would mean that the half of Chifubu constituency will benefit from this, and considering the challenge of this heavy load, it will affect our colleagues at ZESCO. So what I did was I raised this with His Excellency the President, Mr. Kainde Chilema, who assured us, and something is being done in the background. We are currently creating an isolated line straight from Pamozi Power Station straight to Chifubu Level 1 Hospital to isolate it from the community lines so that it will have its own independent line so that it can run on 24-hour basis. Even in the interim, we have discussed with our colleagues at the ZESCO so that they are given enough hours of power so that the hospital will be able to operate and meet some of the challenges that are coming with the load shedding.
Right. So, well, there you have it for those that have brought out the concern that has been addressed, and that's some good news for each and every resident of Chifubu. Now, Honorable, as we conclude this interview, our people joining us from different parts of the country, and of course residents of Chifubu as well, would want to hear from you as Member of Parliament. In moving forward, what are they expecting to see? There have been concerns on job creation. You've touched that as we talked about what's going on. But I mean, in other parts of Chifubu, someone will say, what about here in Kanyanje? You know, what about here in Mapalo? Because, I mean, it's got to be everywhere. What should the people of your constituency look forward to with regards the near future for your constituency?
Yes, job creation for our youths is cardinal. And indeed, the state of our economy is not warranting the jobs, immediate jobs for our people. Currently, the economy has been ravaged by the huge debt that was borrowed, poor economic policies that were implemented by previous administrations. They have left us in a very big economic mess. Indeed, we are banking on His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, as he rebuilds the economy through the multi-economic zones that are coming up. Industries have started being created, to which we remain optimistic that part of our youths will get jobs. He has also labored to ensure that even from the few spaces within government, we have seen recruitment of massive recruitment in the police, in the army, in among the collection collection service. We have also seen recruitment among the nurses, teachers. His Excellency is doing his best to ensure that jobs are being created for our people. 3 years is a shorter period of time in which we can create industries to employ all our youths. 3 years is a shorter period in which we can create the necessary employment within the government. 3 years is a shorter period in which we can build industries that can employ our people, in which we can revamp the mines to run to full capacity, to create the necessary employment that we need for our youths. Indeed, everything is being done in the background to ensure that we resuscitate our economy, we grow our economy, and create an economic enabling environment that will warrant creation of industries that will in return give jobs to our people. Even in the interim, His Excellency the President has created a component of skills development in the CDF, where we are training our youths with various survival skills, such as some of them being drivers, others being tellers, others being specialists in catering and other fields. And again, we have created the empowerment so that informally people are able to create their own jobs within the skills that have acquired through CDF. These are some of the transformative impacts that CDF is currently doing on job creation for our youths. Yes, the period is too short. Let us give the UPND government time to create industries that will in return give our youths employment. We should not be cheated by people who are saying they promised you jobs and they have not given you jobs. It's not easier to create an industry within a space of 2 years. No, it takes a bit of time to grow industries. Maybe 10 years, 15 years to come. With this consistent policy, we will start seeing the fruits where we are going. So the people of Zambia, the women, the youths, let us have confidence and trust in the UPND government that we are on the right trajectory as we resuscitate and revamp our economy together with His Excellency the President at the end of our economic journey.
Well, Honorable Lloyd Lubosha has been our guest on the Lens right here at Zanis Copperbelt Studios, where we've been zooming into Chifubu constituency, which is indeed in the Developmental Champions League. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and Honorable, thank you so much for coming through and talking to your people about what's going on, and we hope to see you very soon.
It's been a pleasure to be invited on this platform. Looking forward for another opportunity again.
Well, join us next time as we zoom in. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Petis K. Slima. On behalf of the entire production team, have a pleasant day.
Zanis Copperbelt Province brings to you The Lens, a program designed to bring insightful information on economics, mining, education, health, tourism, agriculture, environmental issues, sports, entertainment, current affairs, and many issues affecting the well-being of society.